Everybody always talks about how much they want to be homeowners until they realize that sometimes being a homeowner has some downsides. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what's going on in my house, and hopefully through my experience, if you have a similar situation, you'll be able to deal with whatever happens in a little bit more of an efficient way. Now, you're going to have to be mindful that it is pretty cold and windy today, so it might be a little bit loud. I'm going to do my best to try and record when the wind is not blowing as bad. So you may be wondering, what on earth happened? Well, unfortunately, we had a sewer backup in the property, and it came from the county sewer. And I just happened to be the lowest point, and guess what? Water will go where the path of least resistance is. So it ends up being my issue to have to deal with. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you the issue that we had, we're gonna clean it up, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about what was going on and what happened. So this is gonna be my clean out for my sewer line, and all that is the debris that was left over after they snaked out the line. Sewer issues happen all the time, and they can be caused from a variety of reasons. So in this particular circumstance, again, I'm the lowest point in the neighborhood, so whenever the main sewer backs up, it ends up being my issue. So usually what I end up doing is I leave the lid just barely on there, so that way when this happens, it pops right off and then the sewage goes in my yard. But then we have to figure out, we have to clean it up. Easy enough to fix, so that's what I want to show you today. Now, this does happen to other people's homes, and my goal is by sharing my experience, maybe I can help you with your issue. So what happened? Well, somebody, I guess, got interested in flushing a pair of shorts, and it worked its way through the sewer line and plugged up at the manhole. So in my county, and most of the counties in Maryland, if you call the county utility company, the Bureau of Utilities, Public Works, whatever you want to call it, they'll actually come out and snake out the line at the closest clean out to the public sewer. In this particular circumstance, the closest clean out is 15 foot from the sewer. Great. So what they did is I called the DPW people. They came out same day, really good service, at least in my county. And they had the snake right on through there, got rid of the clog, pulled it back and said, "Hey, did you flush a pair of shorts?" I said, "Nope, certainly wasn't me," but it does happen. And they pulled it out and we were good to go. The issue is they don't clean up the mess that's left behind. It's left on the homeowner. So basically what you have to do is you have to scoop it up, put it in trash bags. So how I do that is I put a trash bag on a 5-gallon bucket, scoop it into there, turn the dirt, and then you throw it away, call it a day. Fortunately for me, this is off in the woods, so it really doesn't matter as far as grass goes. But if you have it in your front yard, you probably should, maybe turn the dirt over, make it to where kids aren't running through it and stuff. So be careful if you have a clean out in your front yard. So if you're trying to figure out how do you even know if the DPW is able to fix this problem, if you Google your county Department of Utilities, maybe put in their sewer backup or something along those lines, a lot of times it'll actually have a phone number that you can reach out to, call, tell, hey, well, I ran into a little bit of a problem. That little bucket was not nearly big enough for the amount of stuff that was on the ground. I guess a lot more sewage came back out of that pipe than I expected. It's a good thing it was in my yard, not in my house. So I have to go get the trash can so we can continue doing what we have to do, but rather than using the bucket, we'll just put it directly into the trash can so we can get rid of it. we're all done, right? You just saw, super easy, straightforward. Yeah, there's a little bit more toilet paper and debris than I expected, but it does happen, right? So you just have to clean it up. Not that big a deal. Wear some gloves, shovel, makes all that stuff work nice and pretty. So if you have this happen, again, try to come up with a game plan before the backup actually occurs. And when that backup happens, make sure you execute that game plan. Know who you're calling, know what you're doing, so that way you don't end up with sewage in your basement. This does happen from time to time, but it's not a super common occurrence. So don't stress about doing it right now, but you gotta make sure you go ahead and do it at some point soon. If you enjoy videos like this, or if you enjoy my videos in general, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I have more videos posted every day, all covering the world of well, septic, finance, home ownership, DIY projects, and how you can save yourself money and time by doing simple things like this. Till next time, guys.